Was it now? You know what? I want more bombs. Give me my beautiful grape shot bomb. Northern Wind I'm liking, but no, we're gonna do the Dancing Star grape shot combo. The beautiful, the bombing, the exploding, mega death. Well, when in Rome. Oh, oi! How dare you? That was mean. Oi, oi! That was very mean. Okay, let's get rid of that archer there. Stupid barrel. Geralt using all the nasty tricks. As long as you didn't hurt the horse, I'm good. Well, you know, little Roachy is safe and sound. It's not an infection, yeah. I thought Jen was having a heart attack. Luckily it was stomach problem. Ah, oh, that is good news, Wildcard. That is good news. Yeah, because, you know, well, that is dangerous stuff, as you know. Speedy Eugene's taking the inn, meaning his whole gang's probably already blind bum-watching drunk. Keep watch on a high road, for if any knights or guardsmen go at them, there won't be anything left to clean up. I promise you next time, you'll be the ones to have fun, and Eugene's crew will have to guard your backs. Might raid Coronata soon. Wenches and wine are plenty there, so you'll get yours. Starlin. That sounds like another Hunza I get to fat it out. Quick save. Your dad thought it was adorable. That I can imagine is the most difficult thing about being a parent. Knowing that your kid did something wrong, but you kind of want to laugh about it. You kind of think it's hilarious, but it's going to be like, that was a very bad thing you did. Don't do it again. Hi, fellas. On three? No. No, no, no. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, okay, there's a lot of them here. I'm gonna have to just seriously try and manage the crowd here. There we go, there we go. Okay, let's see if I can get some of these archers. Okay, okay. There we go, get that heal up. Oh, whoa, whoa. There we go. There we go, there we go. Oh god, it's the archers that do it in for me. Sorry guys, I'm gonna catch up with chat in a moment, I promise. There we go. I'm just trying to make sure I can manage all these bandits at once, because this is not easy. Whew. Wow, okay, that was a lot of fight. Everything's great. Ah, it's great news, wildcards. Congratulations. Throw a pebble and run away. That would be, to be fair, that would be the best thing you could do here. Don't engage. Don't engage. Oh. Okay, let's loot these suckers. Unless... Geralt? I know you have some kind of PTSD, buddy, but we killed them all. They're done. You're done. You don't need to fight anymore. Or... Are we? I think we're done. Kind of want to loot these corpses, Geralt. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Loot mode engaged. Speedy Eugene, there we go. If our fearless leader, Starland Stragon, is going to write everything down in his notebook, why, then I'll do the same. I've plenty to write about, for the day we pillaged and plundered the Silver Salamander till it looked like a pile of dank diarrhea was positively epic. Whole Hans had been fixing for ages to make a jaunt over that tavern, but how long can you sit twiddling your thumbs at a place as foul as the ruins of Arthak? Water up to our ankles, fungus everywhere, and the wind blowing so fierce our bums pucker. Why the dead dog diddled sticks around? So we didn't. We got our doo-doo together and we went to work. Hit them hard before they figured out what was going on. Half of them had already been hacked apart. It was over in a flash. In fact, we got so carried away, not a living soul was to be seen when we were through. Though it seems a few managed to scatter into the woods, including that blasted Nilfgaardian owner. But we'll see to tracking down survivors later. Meanwhile, we'll drink a bit, sing a bit, and then head out for a good hunt. So there you go, my memoirs, signed to me, Vice Head of the Huns, Speedy Eugene. Well, that's special. That's special, Eugene. Still, though, it is not going to help you. There we go. There we go. Where are you? Oh, there's more of you. Let's get some oxy in here. Oh, nasty. Stun him and... Oh, I didn't go in for the insta-kill. There we go, there we go. That's him dead. There we go, that's him left. I think that's the only one. Poor little guy, stunned. How do I read that? Just very quickly in a tongue twistery kind of manner. Peter Piper picked a peck of Peter Piper picked a peck. Wait, well, how did it go again? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers? I don't remember. So, is the salt 95% of the population of the game abandoned? It almost seems like it.
So bad, I cannot hold my tools.
Oh, yes. For now, though, let's... Ooh.
Brings peace to our domains.
In all fairness, reading something like that just takes a little bit of practice. You can actually read anything fairly quickly.
Witcher, a word might I have?
Sure thing, buddy.
Ad Varian, just what we needed. A witcher with stones of granite. That Bleda Hansa has terrorized this land too long. Thank you for your aid, Patgan.
Yeah, Nilfgaardian innkeeper. That is odd.
A Nilfgaardian a long way from home. And he's not a soldier. Don't see that often.
Warfare did not appeal to me. My Vather, however, meaning my father, he fought at Sodden Hill.
Ah, Sodden.
Survived despite a long run through with a spear, and a right hand that went missing. Yet the injuries meant he could no longer serve in the Imperial Brigade. Here in Toussaint, the climb and wine bolster healing, and a war pension paid in Nilfgaardian florins buys much. An inn.
That is not bad.
I thank you, Witcher, for your aid, for recovering my patrimony. Ard dank.
Very dank. Oh, there we go. Blue Phoenix has it. Peter Piper picked a peck of Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many did Peter Piper pick? Right. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many did Peter Piper picked? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many did Peter Piper picked? They're pickled. That's a difficult one. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. That was not that. That's not that tricky. But Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. How many did Peter Piper pick? That is the K and the P. That's tricky. But she sells seashells by the seashore. That's doable.
Show me what you're peddling, Nilfgaardian.
I'm fine with having a bunch of food. Can you buy junk? Okay, I'm being a little bit careful here. Because, again, I don't want to sell any actual valuable things. And they are mixed in there, which is something that annoys me. But that is, I guess, pretty much the only criticism I would have. There we go. Now we've reached the valuables.
So long.
Hail, get out enough to feed the tykes.
Oh, that was the tawny owl and not the grape. In that case, I may want to meditate quickly for an hour. And see if I can run forward to that next little area. How far away is that? Yeah, see, that is the next area. Unfortunately, now that we have that fast travel point, we can easily get back in when we have to return. Because I'm assuming we are level 45. Look at that. We need 64 XP to be level 46. And that should be like an encounter. So once we have that, we're going to go back and make sure we can do that main quest without losing out on XP. Mighty Sid's favorite is, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as woodchuck would if woodchuck could chuck wood. That is a good one. Oh, this is the Hansa base. This definitely gets us enough XP. Oh god, but look at that, look at that. Oh god. The signal fire guy, the signal fire guy. The signal fire guy, the signal fire guy. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's running. He lit that signal fire.
Damn it.
I have no idea what that does. But I'm going to find out. This is gonna be huge. Okay. This is good. Extra regeneration during combat. And each foe accelerates regeneration. We get that. We get this. This makes us tankier every time we take damage. Which is good, because we're gonna keep on healing that. My vitality increases with each hit. There we go. That's a third decoction. That's gonna get my toxicity up way high. Now, I also want Superior Blizzard, maybe? No. But regenerates vitality during and outside of combat. That's a nice one. Look at that extra regeneration. Let's... Yeah, our toxicity is dangerously high, but that's good. So look at that percentage. That is also... That is bonus damage that we get based on our toxicity. And that bridge is exactly where I want them. This almost feels cruel. Okay. Get that dancing star. Oh my god, this sounds horrible! This sounds horrible! I love this. There are so many of them and they're crying for reinforcements. Okay, this is horrible.
It's not allowed, that kind of thing.
Oh, this is horrible.
Come on, come here.
There we go, there we go. Oh, you fellas are still around. Well. Oh, nasty. By the way, notice how much HP I have? Remember that every single kill I did raised my hit point regeneration? Mm-hmm. Every single kill raises my hit points, my maximum hit points, and my regeneration. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you take a Hansa. Okay, I'm gonna loot them a little bit, maybe, or maybe no, kill the other ones first, because this is. Oh my god, that was horrible. Get hearing problems when you're little. It says blue. Really bad ear infections. The point of having high pain in your ears. But sensitive if anything gets in them, mostly in liquids. Despise the eardrops. Ugh. Hey, Lord of the Dude, no problem. I appreciate lurkers. I appreciate anyone being in here. Buffering. It's a 2000 bitrate stream. Maybe that's the thing, though? Yeah, blue. I know, right? Burn, burn, burn. There's a baklava, just the butcher of baklava. Butcher of baklava would be amazing. Fine, I will loot them all. I know, Skaparbal, I wanted to prevent the fire. Turns out, that signal fire is the best thing that could happen to you. Oh, wow. In all fairness, though, I mean, this is where this build really shines. Bombs, potions, the concoctions. The amount of concoctions I could drink was ridiculous. But that's because I had all the skills to raise my toxicity. And the fact that I get bonuses for having high toxicity. That just reinforces how ridiculous this build can get.
Dance.
And again, if you remember what Huthor was saying, when you do the sword fighting one, that's when you get Whirlwind, which means that your attacks AoE to everybody.
I'll twist your teeth.
Hi there, fellas. Ooh. Oh wow, that. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was close. Ay, ay, ay. Wide ref hard, there we go. Ah, the 2K BPS is it Lord to do it? Ah, I'm so sorry. I've been wondering I'm gonna try that next week to lower the bitrate to 1500 and see if I can still offer this video quality. Because I think I can set the encoder to give, basically, do more of the work on my end, so that on your client end you need less work. Oh, hi there, fella. Bum bum ba-rum. Oh, that was violent. Rodram, what? I couldn't hear you with my sword in your mouth. Poor guys. I was worried about... you were worried about me, Byronic? There was a lot of people, and quite excellent. Thank you, thank you. At first I thought this was going to be a major problem, and then I suddenly realized... I have bombs. I have loads and loads of bombs. Yeah, I was doubting myself as well at the start there. Turns out, Vaynen is right though, we really are the Butcher of Baklava. In fact, that is one of my actual nicknames, the Butcher of Baklava. Oh. Hi, fellas. Okay, you have to admit, that was horrifying. Just before somebody even says, "You've really peeved me now," I chop them just stem to stern. That is quite disturbing. Here we go. Whirlwind is what you had there. Yeah, I can imagine. Because I've heard in the descriptions that Whirlwind really is strong against groups like that, basically. Okay, I need to get somewhere above, I'm assuming. How do I get... Ah, ladders. There we go. Thing I later found out is that Whirlwind's supposed to break your weapon really fast. You have a mod that turn off durability because you found the mechanic boring. Major problem. So that explains it then. Basically, the penalty you get for Whirlwind was turned off for you, huh? I can get that though, yeah. The mechanic is, I think, not relevant really. Just every now and then you break your sword. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't fit somehow, as far as I'm concerned.
I'll diddle you with your own tinkling.
Let's dance.
Really, buddy?
No, come here.
Okay. You're somewhat strong. I'll give you that. But I am stronger. Okay, so my Geralt is a murder house. Let's face it, he is. This was disgustingly efficient. This was murdering a dozen people in just minutes. Geralt is kind of scary. The Butcher of Baklava with a lot of sugary mess over face and chest, exactly. Just instead of just blood dripping there, it's just the grease of baklava. Taking the Silver Salamander in did a lot to relieve the tense atmosphere. Things had already relaxed a bit in the swamps, because a good number of our men went off on assignment. But our Hansa's so bum-hugging huge, the ruins of Palace Arthak still looked like a bleeding bazaar. A man can't even empty his bowels in privacy. To top it all, my bones ache to high heavens for this humidity, and even wenches can't warm me up properly. You need to look around for something, and fast, before the good mood from last raid fades completely and folk get ornery. This time we need to hit something big. Thinking more and more about that vineyard to the south, Coronata. Do perfectly. Why is everyone after Coronata? We're sending some scouts. Maybe start planning a big job. I need to straighten out something with the lads. Every other one of them's hit upon the idea that scribbling down memoirs. Regular bloody bunch of literati. Should take to practicing swordplay or hunting instead of becoming diarists. I keep a log, and that's enough for the whole lot of us. I'll whip one or two of the harlots' brood, wipe my derriere with their diaries, and maybe the rest will go down with some honest banditry. Well now, aren't we the intellectual elite? Here's what I wonder, though. Oh, I assume, like last time, I have to get out again. And then I'll run into a little cutscene that will liberate. There you go. Thank you, peasants. Thank you. Okay, that is not the face I would have had I just seen a man do this. Had I seen a man just murder dozens of people without breaking a sweat, I would have been like, thanks dude, your coin is way over there, away from me. Could you pick it up and just go? Perhaps a strong leader, bands from the other camps are now dispersed and undoubtedly be picked... something.
Bravo! Bomb-botching, bravo! A thumping good show at the tournament, Witcher.
Thank you.
Well, well. Starling Strakenov, House Pam titled Harlotsbrud, has bit the dust. May he rest in pain and agony.
Oh, quite
You've
certainly.
earned yourself a steep price cut here, Witcher.
Lovely, lovely.
Stragan. Name's familiar. Ran into him a while back.
What's this? He must have been a horrible hound-shagger. Decent folk don't bear that.
Houndshagger, nice.
Can't say if that's true for all the Stragons, but this one sure wasn't decent. Met a bad end, too. Justly so.
You carved up the knob-capper. I knew it.
Druids did it for me, actually. Burned him alive.
Oh, yes.
Lovely, lovely.
Accidentally hit the back button in the mouse, so you reopen the stream, you've been watching the whole time, and yet Twitch found it necessary to bombard you with commercials. Yeah, isn't that annoying, Vaden? Particularly when it's one of those Blizzard
Show me what you
commercials,
have
the
on offer,
5-minute, here's our new WoW expansion. It's like, can I not skip it after 30 seconds? Thanks. Kinda done with this? By the way, look at the lack of XP on this. Fine. I will sell you some nonsense. You have a lot of cash, by the way. There we go. See, this is why I rob everybody. It may be a little per sword, but eventually that adds up.
See you later.
The volume level of the commercial is way higher than the stream. Oh god, yes.
Do I?
Let's see where we are. We are at 4 hours right now. We're not level 46, unfortunately. This is, though, it's been a good 4 hours. I think this is where I'm going to have to cut it. I have had a tremendous time playing this again. Happy to have had you... No, that guy. What is he? That is dirty. That is dirty, buddy. I don't know what you're picturing. That is not right. That is not right, buddy.